Now you got to. Did you get to meet Diana Ross on No Matter What You Do?
Absolutely.
What was that
Absolutely.
like? What was that like?
Let me tell you, Namdi, everybody, we all know Miss Ross is the original diva.
Yeah.
This, she was so sweet. She was the nicest lady. That her smile was gleaming. She was so pleasant to work with. Miss Ross was the ultimate pro. Easy, that was an experience. It was only 2 sessions. She made sure we had everything we needed, recording wise, all the parts. She was a pleasant person to work with.
Weren't you intimidated? This is Diana Ross of the Supremes. You know the weren't you intimidated trying to record her?
Namdi, I definitely was. I definitely
Okay.
was. She was in the studio before we were.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we walked in and she was already there. Like, all right, we got to work.
Were you guys late or was she early?
We were late. We were late.
Ooh.
30 minutes, maybe 30, but she was there, shoes off. And even the studio, which is a great studio, they made it look like an apartment. They had a rug and they had a sofa in the vocal booth. They made her feel like she was at home, but
Wow.
they made her feel like the legend that she was. So, and she didn't try to make us, she didn't obviously felt, I'm not going to try to intimidate these young men because then we're not going to get the best work done. So she was so professional. It was such a thrill to work with her.
But how did that come about? Whose idea was it to call Diana Ross to do? Was it Quincy Jones or who? What?
Wow, that's it. You know what? That no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. She might not have been the first choice that Al wanted to do it with, but I think she was maybe the second choice. I don't remember the first one. So, but yeah, she was. It was between Andre and Benny Medina over at Warner Brothers, and they threw out some options and for that second choice, and um, Al was like, "Yeah, I would be great to work with a living legend."
Mm. Oh goodness. But then when you have two sessions, is it just like 2 days to have to record or
Yes, exactly. Because we weren't gonna be in the studio for 8 hours with Miss Ross, so we did a very quick, 4 hours the first session. Then the second one, we just made sure we fixed a few things here and there, and another 4 hours, and we had what we needed.
so this
This is
is
it.
pre-auto tune, so you didn't have you had to really get the notes.
Yes. And what I loved about working with Ms. Ross was she made sure, like, hey guys, you make because look, once I walk out the door, I'm coming back. I got things to do. I live across the pond, so she made sure we had everything recorded that we needed, all the parts. And she was just so pleasant, always had a smile. So all the diva word thrown about her, we did not see it that day. She was great.
Yeah. So the second date, were you guys early or on time?
Yes, we were there before she was that day. We
So,
learned our lesson. Yes.
and then we have So Special.
Wow. He wrote that record in high school. He wrote that record in high school, and he was in a class, and um, he actually did a little video for it. Yeah, that record he did in high school. And it was a record that it was old, but we knew we had the melody and everything about it was special. We said we gotta let's see if we could save that record and include it. And it came out pretty good. But he had that record before like night and day. He wrote it in high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, because you mentioned it, you had about the well, 8 tracks on the first album. Were there other ones that couldn't make it just because they wanted?
No, no. Once we had the original four, which was Night and Day, Off on Your Own, Udis Love Is So, and Rescue Me. Those were the four that we had locked in. Now it's just a matter of finishing. Al was hot. He was already working, getting shows, working in London. He did his first shows in London.
Yeah.
Um, so we had to finish, and Warner Brothers was like, "This album we need to make this an album and get this thing out." So that's why we needed to pull in, Teddy, because Teddy was already doing Guy. He already had out Keith Sweat. So we were like, come on, give us 2 songs. We got to finish this thing. But we had other songs that we didn't have any confidence in. But by the
Okay.
second album, getting back to So Special, by the second album, we said, "Yo, let's pull these records out.
Okay.
Let's see if we can make them good again." And that was one of them. So Special.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the Halftime Chat community. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. But most importantly, why don't you consider being a member? That's a way of supporting the channel, but also getting a lot of videos ahead of time, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and some exclusive content that doesn't get shared. But anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for being part of Halftime Chat.